Okay, class, what we're going to work on this week with grammar is with regard to sentence structures and types of sentences. This first lesson is a little shorter than the others. There will be 4 videos in this series that will all take place over the next week and will show up on the next literature test. This is one of 2 grammar weeks that will happen throughout AP Language, and it's important that you are prepared for this and understand this, as these will definitely be on the AP test and in quizzes and tests from now to the end of the year. Now, the idea here is that we're going to be making sentences and we're going to be structuring them properly so it helps you to understand and write better. So looking at this cartoon is important. Got idea, talk better, combine words, make sentences. So that's basically what we're going to do, is we're going to make sentences. The first one we're going to look at is this idea of subject and verb slash predicate. So we're looking at the idea of what the subject of the sentence is, or what the sentence is about, as well as the action that's taking place. So the complete subject tells whom or what the sentence is about. It's filled with nouns. Okay, so when we're looking at this, let me grab my handy dandy little pen. When we're looking at this, the idea is that this whole thing is the complete subject: the red car, the great teacher. It doesn't tell you what's going on, but it tells you whom or what the sentence is about. It's about a red car. It's about a great teacher. So even though this is the actual noun, the modifiers going with it add to it to make the complete subject. Okay. With the simple subject, it's the actual noun, so it's what I underlined. It's without any modifiers. The modifiers would be the red and the great, that tell whom or what the sentence is about. So this sentence would actually be about a car. This sentence would actually be about a teacher, not about the modifiers. The modifiers just add information to the simple subject or the actual noun. Okay, so that's the beginning of the sentence. And a sentence normally has the subject at the beginning. Okay, the next, the complete verb or predicate, tells what the subject is or does. So this is verb plus modifiers. Okay, the red car is fast. The great teacher likes her students. So what I put in blue here is your verb or predicate. The reason I say verb or predicate usually means the whole thing. Verb means just the action, or just what is happening or taking place. So is would be our verb, fast is our modifier, likes is our verb, her students is a modifier. Now, going along with the simple subject aspect, the simple verb or simple predicate is the actual verb without any modifiers. So here, and we normally underline verbs twice. So we would underline these twice. So when we're doing these sentences and I say underline the subject, a simple subject, and underline the simple predicate, this is what the sentence will look like. You will underline the subjects once, you'll underline the predicates twice. Okay. Also, I'm going to switch pen colors here. Oh, I don't remember how to do this. There we go. So sometimes it'll also ask you to draw a line in between the complete subject and the complete predicate. This is what you would do. You would do where the complete subject ends, and where the complete predicate begins. Usually it's between the noun and the verb. Okay, so that's complete subjects, or that's subjects and predicates. Now, types of sentences. There are a couple of these that we're going to look at. So the first one, I'm going to lessen what's on the screen so that you can actually pay attention to this. The cumulative, or what we call a loose sentence. S and P come first, followed by modifiers. This is your normal sentence where the subjects, that's S, and P, predicate, come first. They come at the beginning of the sentence, and then they're followed by modifiers. Her eyes were as blue as the sky. Her eyes is the complete subject. Were is, sorry, not complete subject, simple subject. Were is the verb, and the idea here that this is our modifier. As blue as the sky. Her eyes were is a complete sentence. You could put a period here. It sounds kind of funny, but it's still a complete sentence. Okay, so cumulative sentence or loose sentence is our normal everyday sentence that we use. Subject, verb, modifier. Okay, the next one is what we call a periodic sentence. Begins with the modifiers and ends with the main clause. So it would end with the subject and the verb, okay? And though I have the gift of prophecy and understand all the mysteries and all knowledge, and though I have all faith so that I could remove mountains and have not charity, I am nothing. So this quote from the Bible here, everything before this point is listing. It's giving you lots of conjunctions, the ands, the so's, the ands, the ands. So this is a polysyndeton sentence. It's not giving you really information, but down here it's actually telling you what the sentence is about. Okay, this can stand on its own. I am nothing. So this would be our subject. This would be our verb. So the main idea of the sentence in a periodic sentence is at the end of the sentence. Okay, I forgot an and there. Now, it's called periodic sentence because this happens periodically. Okay, it's not a very common aspect where the subject and the verb show up at the end, but when an author does it, they do it for emphasis. Okay, now this should hopefully be a review. What I want you to do is write down the 4 sentences. Yes, this one gets a period. I forgot that. Write down the 4 sentences, and I want you to label them with what style of sentence they are. So go ahead and pause, write them down, label them, and then we'll come back in just a moment and I will give you the answers. Okay, go ahead and pause. Okay, now, looking at these, interrogative means you're asking a question, declarative means you're declaring something, imperative means you're giving a command, and exclamatory usually means it ends in an exclamation mark. Okay, it's that extra feeling, that emphasis. So when we're looking at these, let me grab my catcher. So we're looking for things that ask questions. The key here is the idea that there is a question mark. Same thing here with exclamatory. Here there are 2 exclamation points, so those fit here. Now looking at the other 2, which one is a command? Please take me to see the new Hunger Games movie, or Billy wanted to take his sister to the movies. So this is just declaring and giving you information, whereas this one is actually commanding something. And then we check it and everything is correct. Okay? This next one, combining all of the idea of the exclamatory, interrogative, periodic, declarative, and cumulative, I want you to write these down and label them. Okay, so this is more review. Again, pausing, I will move these so you can see the bottom part of the sentences. So while you're paused, or not while you're paused, but I'll move them so you can see them. Because of adding a pool, spa, and restaurant, the hotel is experiencing increase in guests. Is 1. Peter and Susie drove wildly across town to make it to the show on time. So go ahead and pause, write down the sentences, and then we will do the answers in just a moment. Go ahead and pause. Okay, so we're looking at what we have here for choices. We're looking for exclamatory, so anything with an exclamation mark, that would go there. Interrogative, anything with a question mark would go there. And then the idea here, when we're looking for something, we need the periodic and the cumulative. So these are probably going to be the longer sentences, and we'll go with the declarative being here. And then we'll figure out the idea of those. Now, since this starts with the subordinate, which we'll learn in the next video, or starts with a preposition, it's usually going to be the periodic, because then it shows that the main idea is actually at the end. And in experiencing, the hotel is experiencing would be your subject and your verb. And then the cumulative would go here. Now let's see if we got it correct. We are all correct. Okay, that is it for today's video. Have a great night. See you tomorrow in class, and be prepared to practice this in class tomorrow with some samples on the board and some possible worksheets. Have a good day and see you tomorrow.